Well, any lovers of Saturday morning cartoons surely know this image. It is the closing sequence for Looney Tunes. An artist changed it a bit for a mural in Florence. But not everyone's a fan. Christian Hauser is outside the mural on Main Street for us tonight. And Christian, there are some who want this painted over, right?
That's right, Cammie, or at least move to another part of Florence. Now, I've seen people continue to stop and stare at the mural. It was finished late last month, and already folks have been stopping by and taking their picture in front of it. But it's on a building that's between a building that's 150 years old as well as another one that's more than 110 years old. And because of that history, some people think that this mural should be historical as well. It was the city of Florence's idea. It asked Rick Potter if he wanted a mural on his bar and grill. Out of 3 choices, he picked the Looney Tunes-themed one.
It's only been a couple weeks, and we've had a lot of people take their pictures out there in front of it, which is fun. And, you know, it brings people to Main Street, and that's the whole purpose of the murals, and to get Main Street back alive.
Keith Klein's art studio's next door.
A fella just showed up, and he put orange all over the building, and just randomly, and I'm thinking, you know, that's probably a primer, because nobody would pick that color.
That orange became this, but Klein says nobody else was asked.
Nobody on Main Street knew this was coming, except for the bar owner next door.
City Coordinator Joshua Weiss says the city only talked with Potter and none of the other places nearby, and it will do the same for future murals. Klein says he's fine with a mural here. He just thinks it should be something to celebrate the history of the street, not a cartoon. But his neighbor sees it as a way to get folks to stop down to Main Street.
I don't think it takes away from Old Main Street at all. I think it's going to add more volume to the street, which is what we want to do to build business around here.
Klein says the city isn't playing by the zoning rules of the area.
None of us could have ever done something like that because it's not in accord with the historic code.
The city responds, zoning regulations do not apply to a city-sponsored public art project.
They just kind of look at you and say there's nothing we can do. Sorry we didn't talk to you about it, but we would have done it anyway.
The owner here at Stringtown Bar Grill says he actually wanted a neon sign instead of what you're looking at now, but he says that the city told him that that was not allowed because it didn't fit within the historical context of the neighborhood. And actually, I asked a couple other business owners in the area. They also said that the city hamstringed them with regulations because of the historical nature of the neighborhood. Live in Florence, Christian Hauser, Local 12 News.
All right, Christian, thank you. Well, some people seem to like it because the comment section on the city's Facebook page is mostly thumbs up and smiling emojis. But Keith Klein says the city is deleting any negative comments.